Hey y'all, this is Javale Richardson, and this is the Be Ready anthem, y'all. I hope y'all ready. Stay ready, be ready, 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 stay ready. Every show, new face, new dream. Young man out here building a team from the track to the court to the turf and the rings. They all grown different, but they got the same theme. Putting in work when the lights not on. Late night, early morning, still going strong. They don't do it for the lights, they do it for the fight. Future looking bright, cause they training for their life. So be ready, stay ready, 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 be ready, stay ready. Spotlight on them, time to show love. Brother smart and dream, all star from above. The hustle in their heart, purpose in their feet, and they voice on this mic that echoes in the streets. Every episode, no cap, no fake. Just young bugs grinding, rising to the stage. Different faces, same goals. Rise above the pressure, yeah. Holding goals on. Be ready, stay ready, 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 be ready, stay ready. So put your hands together for my boys, Coach Tony and Carlos, for the Be Ready podcast coming on right now. Let's get it, let's go, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, y'all. We are live and in color here for episode 130 and season 2, episode 9, y'all. Yeah, I said it. Episode 2, season 9. That's what. It gave us double applause. All right. So welcome to the show. Today we're gonna have a wonderful show. This show is for you guys. You know, we're gonna talk football today. Yeah, football, Carlos. You ready for that?
Yeah, because even though the hot topic is basketball, but we know what's going on in the football world, and you know it doesn't hurt for one episode. We can talk about some football. So here we are. We can talk about some football.
We got a lot of football fans out there. We got to scratch that football itch, as like Bruce and Transformers say. You got to get that football itch. You know. So today we're gonna talk some football. And let's get this show rolling. So first things first, Carlos. Let's introduce our guest that we have on the stage today. He looks like he is so ready to tell his story. He's so excited. He looks like he's about to explode in that chair. So let's go ahead.
All right. Tonight's guest is a 10-year-old class of 2034 football player from South Florida. His position on the gridiron is quarterback. He has been turning heads on the football field since he picked up a football at age 6. This athlete was the starting quarterback for one of the league's top 77 programs, where he led them to an undefeated season and captured back-to-back championships. Now entering his new chapter with his new team up in Boca Raton, he continues to develop his skills as a QB while embracing the hard work, leadership, and versatility of the game of football. He's in his second season of tackle, and then in the offseason, he does 7-on-7. So now, please welcome to the Be Ready Sports Podcast, Aiden Iovaine, y'all.
All right, hey Izzle, break the ice and tell everybody a little bit about you.
Okay. A little bit about me is I play quarterback for the Boca Braves. And my favorite sport is football, of course, because I play quarterback. And yeah.
And he's being modest, and he does his a little mini podcast on his Instagram live. He goes live during football season, highlights his favorite team, the Patriots. And if you guys haven't watched Aiden talk football, he sounds like a true professional is going to give Carlos a run for his money. But as y'all see, when we start talking doing our sports topics, you're gonna see what I'm saying. Aiden is very good and very knowledgeable about his sport. So, I wanted to, highlight that for him as well, since Aiden didn't say that.
Or not.
All right. So before we get started, we're gonna do a quick little spiel here, and let's go. Where is it? Carlos, your homework this week is to update the spiel.
Yeah, no, I've been busy this weekend. Obviously, I was in Palm Beach with my brother over there with his team camp, so I've been busy literally this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So wasn't able to do the spiel, but it's not over yet.
Update the spiel.
Thank you guys for watching the video. We have officially reached the end, so please make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon on YouTube so that you get notified of when we go live. Also, follow our Instagram at Be Ready Sports Podcast. That is where we post sports news, podcast clips, anything related within the podcast will be on the Instagram. So please make sure to follow the Instagram at Be Ready Sports Podcast. And also on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you get notified of when we go live. Silent Fear Down Online. This is Theron West II. His clothing line, football athlete from California. So support him, support his clothing line at silentfear.online. Donate to Zelle, not Cash App, at 954-664-8962. That is where you can donate to the show. All proceeds of the show will go towards the show to make it better and to upgrade it. So donate to Zelle at 954-664-8962. Pick a Portal. Sean from Pick a Portal was a part of this podcast, introduced his business, and spoke about his updates about his business. So basically, if you're a coach that needs a player for the weekend, you're down some players for the weekend, don't worry. The coach can just go into the pick up portal, pick up the players that he needs for the weekend, and just replace it with the players that are going to be absent for the tournament. So that's for the coaches. But for the players, you can put yourself in the portal if you want to play that weekend and get connected with a coach. The active sports right now going on are baseball, softball, and basketball. So if you're a part of those sports, pickaportal.com. Subscribe to Kaysen Velez, the first soccer player we've interviewed in episode 4. So subscribe to Kaysen Velez, soccer player at CV7 Rocket on YouTube. It's William Miller. Coach Tony interviewed him back in episode 90. So this is his website. It's williammiller.com. Combat athlete, motivational speaker, episode 90 guest. So it's williammiller.com. Subscribe to Remy Payne, the first athlete actor on this show. So this is his YouTube channel at Remy Game Football 5250. That is his YouTube channel. Subscribe to Rockwell Journey, Rockwell baseball player. This is his YouTube channel at Rockwell's Journey on YouTube. Last but not least, Hudson Santiago, BJJ fighter. This is her brand, Gaidama. You can check her out at gaidama.com. All right, back to you guys.
All right, next time we do this, Carlos, we're gonna have to do that with some flair, bro.
I know you keep on saying it.
Yeah, man, you gotta do it the Be Ready Sports podcast way, bro. We gotta do it with flair. You gotta make everybody excited to want to come on here and not click the turn it off button.
Yeah, no, a bit too professional there. Got to be a little bit more casual, I guess.
I mean, loose. Tell him, Aiden.
Yeah,
Yeah, we.
Gi- Give him
you
some
have to
control.
get loose. Like saying, don't just.
So just
You have to say it with your heart and say it.
Passion.
Say it louder so people can actually hear you.
Passionate.
for sure, I'll definitely keep that in mind when we do this. We'll
You
definitely
should too.
He's basically trying to tell you say it with some passion, like you love it, Carlos, not like you're
yeah,
reading off
yeah,
a
yeah,
teleprompter.
yeah. I'll definitely keep that in mind when I do this next spiel. I might do after the show, maybe, so that I don't forget.
Well, please don't tear up your device, Aiden.
It fell.
Yeah, don't tear it up. The show just starting.
I know.
All right, so before we get into this, talk about some football, we have a huge announcement that we have to talk about. So I'm about to embarrass Carlos real quick. Carlos has been the first athlete. Well, he's not the first athlete I mentored. He was the second athlete I mentored, but he is the first athlete that I have mentored that graduated high school and going to college. So big shout out to my boy Los, and you get one of these, Carlos. Oh, you want a double one? First time ever. You got the first ever triple horn, Carlos.
It's crazy. Yeah,
First
for a special
ever
occasion.
triple horn. So, Aiden and
Yeah.
everyone, let me show you Carlos in his cap and gown. So last Monday, it was official. Carlos walked the stage, received his high school diploma, and so his high school days are in the review, and now he's on to the next chapter of his life. Somewhere in his, you're going to be here one day, Aiden.
I know.
But Carlos,
Yeah.
put your big brother hat on. Tell everyone how it was, how your journey was, how it feels to be, be a high school graduate with honors, and how you feel getting and how you feel about making that transition from high school now to college.
Yeah, so I'm just give a little story behind this whole graduation thing. So this occurred at the Seminole Hard Rock Casino down here in Fort Lauderdale, over there at the guitar. So we were fortunate enough, our school was able to do at the Hard Rock Live stage over there at the Seminole Hard Rock Casino. It was packed, full of parents, like and over at the guitar, at the Hard Rock Live, there's three stages. You obviously the lower bowl, you got the second section, third section. All that was packed. All that was packed. Like it was like any other. It was crazy. I ended up staying at the guitar. Shout out to Mama V, Coach Tony. She surprised me for staying at a room over there at the Guitar Hotel. So had to stay there overnight on the night before the graduation, so that transportation was a bit easier. Because if I would have stayed home, drive it to the guitar, it would have been a huge mess. But shout out to her so that I could just walk from the room down to the Hard Rock Live, smooth transition. And then obviously I get my diploma right there with multiple chords, and then the burgundy there, that is the National Honor Society that I got. And yeah, so just blessed enough that graduate high school. Now I'm in that transition phase, and then we're starting college in August. So right now in that transition phase, so I'm blessed.
And what words of encouragement would you give all these athletes coming up? Um, and to our guy Aiden here, who's going to be in your shoes one day. Um, so, what word of advice would you give these young athletes coming up?
Yes, so just keep your head down. Keep your head down. Stay focused. Stay focused on those academics. Make sure you do what's necessary to do graduation because when you get to 12th grade and you find out, oh, you didn't take this class, it can kind of mess up the process a bit. So make sure you're doing the right classes in order to graduate on time, and just make sure you're keeping your head down. Focus on them academics, and obviously for all the sports athletes out there, focus academics and also on the athletic side as well. So just keep your head down, focus, and make sure you're doing what's necessary to graduate at the end of high school.
Well said, Carlos. Well said. And Aiden,
Yes.
what are your thoughts on Carlos graduating with honors? That's what that burgundy sash is for. Um, that means he's graduated with honors, tops in his class from high school. So what are your thoughts on him graduating, and what words of encouragement would you give Carlos, who's going to the next chapter of his life into college?
I just have to say congratulations. You did very good. But some encouragement words are keep your head up. Don't stop. You have a lot more in life ahead of you. After college, the sky's the limit.
For sure, Aiden. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Well said, Aiden. Aiden put his big brother hat on and gave you some great advice,
He
Carlos.
did. He definitely did.
Well said. Well said. All right, you ready to talk some football, Aiden?
Yes.
Let's talk about some football. All right, let's go, Carlos.
All right. I'm gonna just run through ASN real quick. I'm gonna just run through that. So basically, okay, hold on. Let me change the format here so that I can bring up the first overlay, which is right here. Yes, it's a different format than usual, guys. They didn't post it with a regular format this time around, but they did post it on their stories. So there's gonna be a lot more events, but I'm not gonna go all into detail with each one. I'm gonna just run through each one. So that first one right there, Aiden. So basically, on this day in 2013, the Boston Bruins Stanley Cup playoffs going on right now. Stanley Cup Finals going on right now. These three games have been amazing. But back in 2013, the Boston Bruins defeated the Penguins in the Eastern Conference Finals 1-0 to advance to the 2012-13 Stanley Cup Finals. They will play either Chicago or Los Angeles during that 2013. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing. Whoops. Wrong overlay, guys. There you go. All right, there it is. Twins signed Kendrys Morales, first baseman. 2014, the LA Kings defeat the Rangers in Game 2 of the 2014 Stanley Cup Final. In that year, the Kings won the Stanley Cup Final that year in 2014, defeating the Rangers in that Stanley Cup Final in 2014. Stan Wawrinka wins the 2015 French Open, very popular tennis tournament overseas in Paris. CC Sabathia records his 2,500th strikeout as a pitcher of the New York Yankees. Pirates call up Jameson Taillon. He was 24 years old, was the second pick in the 2010 draft of the MLB, and he was called up from the Pirates. So big honors there. To the bottom left, Manny Machado charges the mound balls with Yordano Ventura. Bob Stoops, very popular coach in college football. He retired on this day in 2017 from Oklahoma. And then also on this day with Oklahoma, they hired Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley was hired on this day as the new head football coach for the Sooners, taking over for the great Bob Stoops. So Aiden, which event on here looked interesting to you? Which one sounds interesting so far? Because I got two more overlays.
Probably the Bruins one, 2013.
Okay, Boston Bruins. All right. Is that all?
Also, um, the college football coach that retired in 2017.
Okay. Lincoln Riley, who is now the current head coach at USC. That is, by the way, Coach Tony's school, where you graduated from, right, Coach Tony?
Mm. Yep, it's Carlos. No,
From,
yes, Carlos.
from USC.
Yes.
So he's now the current head coach over there at USC. Um, yeah, they're on the come up. They're on the come up. Obviously, with NIL era, they got a lot of money over there in LA. So I'm pretty sure they're going to do well in the future. But guess we'll see what happens there, right, Tony?
We'll see what happens this year.
All right, and so are those the only two?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here's the second one here. So Julie Edelman faced suspension in 2017 for the Patriots. Not going to go into detail on that. If you want to find out, you can go on ASN Throwback. They have the explanation. The Warriors score game's final 11 points to defeat the Cavs and move within a win of the title in 2017. They ended up winning the title that year in 2017 and one of the all-time playoff runs in NBA history in 2017. Sixers and Brian Colangelo part ways. He was the president/slash general manager of the Sixers. They parted ways in 2018. Also on this day, the Capitals, the Washington Capitals, they won the 2018 Stanley Cup Final, defeating the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas, their first as a franchise, their first appearance, but they lose to the Washington Capitals. Alex Ovechkin, the great Alex Ovechkin, was awarded the 2018 Conn Smythe Trophy winner. By the way, if you guys don't know about the Conn Smythe Trophy, the Conn Smythe Trophy is awarded to the most valuable player in the playoffs. So Alex Ovechkin was awarded with that trophy in 2018 after they won the Stanley Cup Final. Texans fired Brian Gain, who was the general manager at the time in 2019. Jets hired Joe Douglas as the general manager. Yeah, so he was hired as the general manager for the Jets in 2019. The Buffalo Sabres. They re-signed center Jeff Skinner to an 8-year contract, and he was 27 years old. So Jeff Skinner signing that 8-year contract in 2019, that is just amazing for a young kid. Getting a contract like that, franchise money. And then last but not least, in the bottom right, the Raptors take a 3-1 lead over the Warriors in the 2019 NBA Finals, where the Raptors won in 6 games. They won in 6 games on the road at Oracle Arena in the final game at Oracle. Arena. They get the win, knock off the Golden State Warriors, and win their first title as a franchise. So, Aiden, which event there is popped out to you as the most interesting?
I like this page because there's a lot of stuff that I didn't know. First of all, I had no idea Julian Edelman got suspended. That's one thing that I didn't know. Also, I didn't know in hockey there's a reward for the best player in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, in 2019, I did not know the Raptors beat the Warriors in 6 games in the finals.
All right. Yeah, because the Raptors won that finals in game 6. I believe around it was game 5, maybe game 1 and 2, somewhere around there. KD tore his Achilles in 2019. He was out for the whole series. So Golden State was without KD during that series, and Toronto took advantage of that. They won in 6 games for their first time.
Oh, it tore in game 2.
Game 2. Okay, so tore it in game 2, and that was where the Toronto fans, they cheered when he injured his Achilles. So definitely messed up, but they changed their tone when they realized that something was worse than an injury. So, all right, Aiden. So, are those the only events that you saw as interesting?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last one. Aaron Rodgers did not report for mandatory minicamp amid a standoff back when he was in Green Bay in 2021. The Montreal Canadiens, they advanced to the semifinals after defeating the Winnipeg Jets to advance to the semifinals in 2021 in that weird Stanley Cup playoff format. Back when COVID was around. Nets obliterate the Bucks in Game 2. Back when KD and Kyrie were in Brooklyn. Back when the Nets were up there. Back in 2021. Angels fired Joe Madden. He was the manager for the Anaheim Angels. Got fired. Lightning even the series at 2, defeating the Rangers in Game 4 the Eastern Conference Finals. They ended up going to the Stanley Cup Final that year, but fell short to complete the three-peat. The Tampa Bay Lightning, they were on pace to do a three-peat. They won in 2020, they won in 21, but then they lose in 22 against the Colorado Avalanche in 2022. 2023, the White Sox, Yankees, Tigers, and Phillies postponed due to wildfire smoke over there in Canada. It spread throughout the northeastern region of the U.S., and Yankees and Phillies games had to be postponed. 2023, Nikola Jokic posts his first 30, 20, and 10 in Game 3 of the NBA Finals against the Miami Heat on the road in Miami. The Nuggets ended up winning that series in 5 games. Spencer Carberry wins the 2024-25 Jack Adams Award, awarded to as the NHL's Coach of the Year in 2024 for the Washington Capitals. Last but not least, Coco Gauff, pretty popular name in the tennis world, wins the 2025 French Open women's title. All right, Aiden, which event sounded interesting to you?
The one that really stood out to me is in 22, where in hockey, the team almost got a three-peat, but fell short.
Tampa Bay Lightning, they were so close, but they ended up losing to the Avalanche, who ended up winning the Stanley Cup Final that year. Okay, Aiden?
Yeah. That's it.
That's it? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys can find this on Instagram at ASN Throwback. They do this every day. On ASN Throwback, so you guys can follow them on Instagram. At ASN Throwback. All right. So now let's get into the football topic, shall we, Aiden? And let's start with this. So I was at the Hard Rock Casino, at the Hard Rock Guitar after my graduation. Happy graduating and stuff. Then I look at my phone. Breaking news: Myles Garrett is getting traded to the Rams. Whoa, what happened there? I thought Myles Garrett was a star over there in Cleveland, and they just traded him like that. And I'm like, wow, Myles Garrett and Jared Verse and Braden Fisk would definitely be a good trio there. But then I realized they had to give away Jared Verse in order to make this trade possible. So that's what happened here. Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns, very popular player, the best player on that team, Myles Garrett. He got traded to the LA Rams for Jared Verse. Jared Verse, who is a great defensive player. He played at Florida State. So obviously I've been watching Jared Verse for some time now, since he was at Florida State, and then drafted to the Rams, and I've been watching him ever since. Great defensive player, and Cleveland got a good one, but I don't like how Jared Verse is in Cleveland. But that's the trade. Myles Garrett to LA and Jared Verse to Cleveland. Aiden, what are your thoughts on this trade?
Well, of course, Jared Verse and Myles Garrett wouldn't go straight up. They also had to trade a first-round pick, their second-round pick, and their third-round pick for this year to get that done. So it was a very hard trade, but I really do think the Rams upgraded from that pick, because the Cleveland Browns, they're only going to get rising stars from those 3 picks. But the LA Rams get an already star, one of the best edge rushers in the league, to help their already stacked team. I think they might go all the way this year.
Don't say that, Aiden.
Cleveland Browns?
They might. No,
Don't say
the LA Rams.
Rams, okay.
Because they're building a super team.
They are, and plus you already got Braden Fisk over there at that line, who also is from Florida State. So you got Fisk, you got Garrett. You know, you're definitely upgrading that team, and they're definitely contenders over there.
And
And
I I told you,
they also have
Carlos.
hmm,
I
they
told
also
you,
have
Carlos.
Trent McDuffie.
Trent McDuffie there in LA. Yeah.
Yep, yep. Kansas City trade. They got rid of
Yes.
some. They got rid of some picks for that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Coach Tony, what are your thoughts on this? Because obviously, the Rams.
Yeah, don't, Carlos. Yeah. Um, I'm not happy with this because they traded this dude to my division, so we got to cook him twice a year, and we see them opening day in Australia. So,
Ooh.
but
Yes.
we did nobody tell you to change the overlay?
No. But I'm just showing that yes, Week 1, Niners will play the Rams
Well,
in Melbourne,
well,
Australia.
we're gonna talk on that. This is their debut in Australia. N- Not happy that we got to fly from Australia, come all the way back to the states, and then we got to play again on next week later. I don't like that. I rather have the I like kind of used to have the buys after you go international, but it is what it is. We're not losing the home game, which is good, but not too happy about this trade because it's in my division. But I told you, Carlos, that Aiden was going to give you a run for your money. Um, he knows his sports topic. He knows his sports too. So I knew, I knew when I booked him on this episode that it was going to be a good little sports talk with you two, and I was just going to sit back and watch and just enjoy it.
Yeah, and also Aiden brought up another thing. They did. This was not the only trade that went down. There was also some picks involved: the first round pick, a second round pick, and a third round pick that Cleveland um, will receive. But I heard down the grapevine that the Browns they were trying to get this trade working, but I think it was the Rams that declined. But then the Browns heard that name, Jared Verse, and right there, trade clicked and boom, there you go. So Jared Verse now in Cleveland, Miles Garrett now in LA. So that's one breaking news that went down. But how about two? AJ Brown. A lot of drama going down in Philadelphia. There's a lot of drama between him, Jalen
Aiden,
Hurts.
Aiden, don't over here lighten up because you saw the AJ Brown trade up here. He over here getting all super excited now. He's got AJ Brown over there.
Yes, so AJ Brown, obviously a lot of drama over there in Philadelphia involving AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts. It was just dramatic situation in Philly, and Philly decided to trade away AJ Brown to the New England Patriots, which this was not a matter of if, it was a matter of when AJ Brown was going to get traded, and they did also mention that they were going to trade him on June 1st to the Patriots, and ended up happening. So when June 1st hit, AJ Brown was out the door in Philadelphia and staying in the Northeast, but is now going to be in New England for a 2028 first round pick and a 2027 fifth round pick. Yeah, so for 2028 first round pick and a 2027 fifth round pick, and also AJ Brown will be uniting with head coach Mike Vrabel. They were together over there in Tennessee. Now here they are in New England. Aiden, I'm going to start with you. What are your thoughts on this one?
I think it's a good trade because a future first round pick, we can easily get that back if we do another trade, right? But we don't need that because we can still build off of free agency next year because a lot of contracts are going to hit next year and we could build off of free agency. So I like this trade very much. And yeah, bringing back the chemistry from Tennessee with Mike Vrabel and AJ Brown, and to give um, Drake May a real number one receiver, this trade was very good.
Okay. All right. So the potential offensive playmakers now that the Patriots will have, obviously, you got Drake May at quarterback. You got Travion Henderson at running back for New England. You have AJ Brown now. You have Hunter Henry, and then you got Kayshon Boutte from LSU. So a lot of offense, a lot of offensive firepower in New England. So Tony, what are your thoughts on this one? AJ Brown to the Patriots.
What was their problem last year? Even though they made it to the Super Bowl,
Offense.
offense. So they addressed a need. I have no problem with the team addressing the need. AJ Brown is going to have a breakout year because if you watch, I had for copyright reasons I didn't post it. But if you see all the missed targets from Jalen Hurts just from last year alone to AJ Brown was open on 98% of those. He had to step on his defender. A couple of those, I will say, I give it on AJ Brown. Didn't make a effort on bringing those balls in. There were a couple that were off target, but he still could have made those. He still could have made those catches on a few of them. But he was open on those. He just needs to see if Drake May can hit those. Can hit those throws to him. And then Aiden will be super excited if he does. You'll see him every Sunday morning, every Sunday on his Instagram, doing his lives, talking about, "There's my guy AJ Brown again." I predict it.
You're probably going to be correct.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so I think it's safe to say AJ Brown needed a new environment. Philadelphia was too dramatic over there with the offense. I think AJ Brown made the right move, getting out of there and in a new place in New England. And plus, you get traded to a contender in New England who made the Super Bowl last year. So great for AJ Brown. And speaking about Super Bowl rematch, here it is right here: New England and Seattle. They will play in Week 1. Week 1 on Wednesday night. They will play on Wednesday night. This is the first game of the NFL season. But however, if you guys don't know, I have a second show. I have a second show called the Lambo and Cash Show. This is sports show by kids for kids. I have Lambo, who was a guest on this show. He's also on the show with me, and then Cash, aka Preston Lee. He was BJJ. He's also on the show as well, so you guys can check that out on YouTube. Lambo and Cash Show. We're 9 episodes down. We will be filming episode 10 this week. But on the Lambo and Cash Show, we predicted back in March who would Seattle play, because they already announced Seattle would host the first matchup. But we did a little thing and predicted who would Seattle play. And here's what Lambo had to say. March 30th, 2026, and the game's on September 9th. So I want you guys' predictions. Who do you think Seattle will play on their opening night in Seattle? Who do you think?
I already answered this question.
Yeah.
I think they're going to play the Patriots. And
Lambo get that right, and we filmed that back in May. That black and white throwback. We filmed that back in May when it was announced, and boom, did he get it right? They were playing the Patriots. So, Aiden, what are your thoughts on this one?
I think it's a good Super Bowl matchup. Very good. Because they both learned their weaknesses. They improved. Now we can actually play.
Okay.
And see who wins.
Okay. All right. So for Seattle, they will not have the Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker. He's no longer there. He's in Kansas City. So a key loss for Seattle. Meanwhile, New England, Aiden, I don't recall any key losses for New England besides AJ Brown going to New England, but I haven't heard New England having key losses, but they definitely gained something with AJ Brown. So But Seattle did draft a running back in Jadarian Price, young running back from Notre Dame, who's going to be a very good quarterback, running back for this league. So just to fill in that role, but New England, they're just getting better. Seattle, you lose a great player in Kenneth Walker. So Aiden, so do you think that'll be an effect in this Super Bowl rematch?
Yes, it will indeed, because they had a pretty good O-line, right? Our defensive line wasn't doing very good because of Kenneth Walker. And they keep getting into field goal range, which is bad. So we upgraded, right? The only main loss that we lost was Stephon Diggs to free agency, but we added on that. Okay? If we get Stephon Diggs back, okay, we get a deep receiver in, but I think they lost one of their key players in that matchup in the Super Bowl. And they didn't really add upon that. They added a young star, right? But how do you know he's going to have a major effect on that game? It's his first game.
Did you watch Notre Dame last year?
I only want. You want to know who I watched on Notre Dame?
Who?
Jeremiah Love. He was like the third down back.
He was the first running back in that rotation, but Jadarian Price, that was like his Robin right there. And Jadarian Price, he's not no he's a very good running back as well. Like he's not he might be Jeremiah Love too, but he can go. Jeremiah Love can go. No, Jadarian Price, he can go. But in the NFL, we'll see what happens in the NFL. So Aiden, I kind of know who you're going to go for in this Super Bowl rematch. You're thinking New England's going to go on the road and beat Seattle.
Yep.
On that Wednesday night, the first Sunday night matchup. Tony, who do you have winning this one, New England or Seattle?
Really? You really got to ask me, bro.
You're going for New England?
You really got to ask me. That's your brother's team. You really gonna make me say it in front of Aiden, bro?
Well, I did ask the question, so.
Why? Why would you ask the question when you already know my answer is gonna be?
For sure, it's New England.
Wait! I have a question. Tell me why do you think Seattle? Why do you think Seattle?
What made you think I was picking Seattle?
I don't know. You said it was going to make me mad.
I didn't say I wasn't gonna make you mad. I said you weren't gonna like my answer.
Yeah, that's probably going to be Seattle.
Nope.
Are you sure?
It wasn't gonna be Seattle.
You sure?
He doesn't know me too well, Carlos, but he will.
Okay, then who do you pick?
Nobody, because I'm not picking nobody, because Seahawks are my rivals, and never was a fan of the Patriots. Sorry, Aiden. So just gonna sit back and just watch the game because football's back.
Carlos.
Yeah, Aiden?
Who do you think is going to win? And why?
Who do I think is going to win?
Look, he's taking over the show like he's the host. You hear this?
No. It's a good question. Obviously, New England, they're going up. You got A.J. Brown. You got Travion Henderson in New England. But what carried Seattle in that Super Bowl was their defense. That was the main factor in that Super Bowl win. And the offense, all they needed to do was finish the job, and that's what the offense did. Seattle's defense is tough, and I don't think I've heard any key losses in that Seattle defense. So as long as that Seattle defense stays the way it is, plus they're playing at home, sorry, Aiden, I'm going for Seahawks.
Okay. That's a good take.
Seahawks gonna get dog walked.
I guess we'll see. September
Let's
9th.
go.
That was a fluke year for Sam Darnold. Come on now, Carlos.
Yeah.
No, but
he had the offensive player of the year.
And
For some reason, our defensive line couldn't tackle Sam Darnold. It just kept slipping off.
Matt Castle did the same. He won Offensive Player of the Year too. Look, he ain't got nothing to say about that. Look, he ain't got nothing to say about that. Matt Castle won Offensive Player of the Year too.
But Tony, to answer your thing about Sam Darnold, like Sam Darnold, all he had to do was finish the job. The defense did most of the work in that Super Bowl. Like they were able to not let New England score, and all Sam Darnold had to do was finish the job, and that's what Sam Darnold did. He finished the job. Obviously, they scored more points. They won the game. The defense did most of the job. So I'm going for Seattle because of their defense.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's move on to the third breaking news. Yes, there was 3 breaking news on June 1st. June 1st was a special day in the sports world.
This makes zero sense.
OBJ, who hasn't played a game in a while.
3 years, maybe.
30 years?
More. 3 to 5.
Yeah, so I think OBJ's last game was on December 8th, 2024, as a member of the Miami Dolphins. Yes, OBJ was a member of the Dolphins, guys, against the Jets in Week 14. So that was his last game, 2024. Now here we are in 2026. He will be playing with the New York Giants. And if you guys know about OBJ in New York, during his prime in New York, he played there during his first 5 years. Played there. He got drafted by the Giants. Played 5 years after he got drafted by the Giants. He's definitely a great player in New York. He's reunited with the Giants, most likely for the tail end of his career, to just ride it off into the sunset. Pretty much like a Damian Lillard type of move, Coach Tony and Aiden. Damian Lillard playing for Portland now. Yes, if you guys don't know, Damian Lillard is playing for Portland. He had to sit out.
He got traded back?
What?
He got traded back?
Yeah, so he got traded from Milwaukee to Portland. So he's back in Portland. He had to sit out for the whole year because of the injury he had. Yeah. So he'll be playing next season in the NBA with Portland. So pretty much like a Damian Lillard move, just right off into the sunset, just for the tail end of their career. So Aiden, what are your thoughts on this one with OBJ?
It might be a hot take, but I really think the coaching staff got OBJ out of not really retirement, free agency, so they could fill up their seats in their stadium. Because who doesn't want to see an OBJ reunion?
That's true.
So they could be wanting more money to go out and get another Giant, a big upgrade to their team.
That is true. OBJ, and definitely back in New York, they'll definitely make headlines. They'll definitely make huge headlines over there in New York. And I guess we'll see how OBJ does in New York, because obviously he made a lot of memories. Obviously, on that Sunday Night Football matchup, I think it was against the Cowboys, where he made that one-handed grab. And
with the pass interference.
Yeah, back in 2016, Aiden, back in 2016. And I remember recess. Everybody will be doing that. And everybody's saying, oh, he did the OBJ with one hand. So, yeah, he made a lot of memories, especially that one on that Sunday Night Football matchup. Changed recess football. He changed with that catch, just like pretty much like a Steph Curry in the NBA. When he started hitting threes, everybody started hitting threes. When OBJ did the one hand, everybody was doing the one hand. So OBJ, he had a lot of memories in New York, and I guess we'll see. Writing it out in New York. So, Tony, what are your thoughts on this one? OBJ back in New York.
Man, come on now, bro. What are we talking about here? You see, you remember you remember Super Bowl? What was it?
Which Super Bowl?
I'm trying to remember which one it was. When he was in LA?
The Rams, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Rams, Cincinnati, 21.
And remember his performance in that Super Bowl?
Yeah. Didn't he, tore his ACL or something?
Yeah. Wasn't too memorable. And then what did he do after that?
Got traded.
My point exactly. So what are we doing here?
Teams just use him
Like
for
what? Do,
fan base.
this makes zero sense. This makes zero sense. He's not going to help. He's not going to help them with any production on the field. He's been out for 3 years. This is not the NBA. You know, he's not going to come back and do what Michael Jordan did when
That's
he
what
came
I was
back.
about to say.
When he came back for 3 years with the Washington Wizards. This is the NFL, a very physical sport, and he plays wide receiver. Like he's not a kicker or a quarterback. You know, and we've seen how, he's not going to do what Andrew Luck did
Well,
last year.
Philip Rivers did.
I mean, Phillip Rivers. I said Andrew Luck. He's not going to do what Phillip Rivers did last year. Just coming back, sitting off the couch. Phillip Rivers put up some very good numbers. You know, he's
Like half
productive.
the season.
OBJ is not gonna do that. So I don't know what this is about.
Okay.
Makes zero sense.
Okay. All right. So here's the wide receiver room in New York. So it will be Malik Neighbors, who is the number one option right now in New York. Malik Neighbors, Darius Slayton, Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin III, Isaiah Hoggins, and then Juju Smith-Schuster. He's playing for the Giants. So
Wait,
Yeah, they just went from non-productive to non-productive.
one thing I have to say is a big loss at the receiver corps is Wan'Dale Robinson. They let him go into free agency to get picked up by the Titans. He was a very productive receiver, putting up like 700 to 900, sometimes even 1,000 yards a season. So he was a good second string. Like, he was very productive. But now on his new team at the Titans, they don't have like a number one guy. They have Carnell Tate, who's not really like the number one because they haven't seen him get production, but they lost a good receiver.
great point, Aiden. Yeah, Wan'Dale Robinson, who used to play for the Giants, now with the Titans. And speaking about Wan'Dale Robinson for his number, he changed his number to number 4 because of the late great Rondale Moore, who we talked about actually during my show. During this show actually, Coach Tony, when back in the previous episode with Tice, when Tice Hamill was on the show, we did a little thing with Rondale Moore about the memories and stuff of Rondale Moore. Great player from Purdue, had a great game in 2018 against Ohio State, where Purdue upsetted the number 2 ranked Ohio State with that great Ohio State team in 2018. And basically Rondale Moore just went off in that game and making his name known across the country with that performance right there. So great point there, Aiden, with Wan'Dale Robinson now with the Titans. But now OBJ now in the wide receiver room, and that wide receiver room is pretty busy, Aiden. It's pretty busy.
It's pretty old.
I guess you can say old. All right.
Carlos.
The most productive receiver in that locker room is Malik Neighbors. Don't get me wrong. The New York Giants, if Malik Neighbors could stay healthy, might go 9-8.
9-8.
If Malik Neighbors can stay healthy. Because they have a young rising star in Jackson Dart, right? He showed us what he can do last season. So.
Okay. Yeah, great point, Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart, he is the quarterback over there in New York, so he's gonna have some wide receivers to throw to. Maybe not young, but
yeah,
he's got some wide receivers to throw to. So OBJ now in New York. All right. So quick topic here. Drake London going to signs an extension with the Atlanta Falcons. Aiden, what are your thoughts on this one?
Um, I think that's a good deal on the Falcons. They have two young stars in Drake London and Bijan Robinson, right?
John, yeah, John.
Drake London is a good. He like makes separation. He's like that type of receiver. And if he doesn't make separation, he most likely has one step on the DB and can make that up ball play. Like he can. He's like a mini Megatron, right? He can.
Yeah,
If he doesn't make separation, he can go up for the ball
yeah. Great
do
points
something.
there, Aiden. And Drake London, he's a pretty tall wide receiver. He's 6'4". He's the tallest receiver in the receiver room in Atlanta. 6'4", 216 pounds, and he's only 24 years old. Again, getting a 4-year extension with the Atlanta Falcons. So Drake London, definitely a talented wide receiver, pretty underrated, an underrated wide receiver that not much people talk about. Drake London, but he's definitely one of those receivers that maybe people overlook because of the Falcons' success. The Falcons may not have that much success, and they're overlooking the Falcons. But Drake London, he's definitely that hidden stone, that hidden diamond um, for the Falcons over there in Atlanta. So, Tony, what are your thoughts on this one? Drake London to the
That kind of caught me off guard because we were talking about this in the back. Aiden can tell you. I was like, "Whoa, I gave this guy an extension." So yeah, that was a good move for them. At least they're the anti Giants. At least they're not bringing in receivers that have been retired for 4 years into their wide receiver room. They're keeping they're extending their productive guys. You know,
So
with Bijan and don't get me wrong, they picked up another running back this year in the draft too, behind Bijan Robinson. So they got a two-headed monster in their running game as it is. So
wait, but they also have Brian Robinson. Why would they get Brian Robinson if they already have three running backs? Like they have Bijan Robinson, Brian Robinson, and I forgot the rookie's name. But Drake London might want out in like the next 2 years because of how poor the front office picks the quarterbacks. Like right now they're in between competition with, let's see, Tua and Michael Penix. Like how is Drake London going to get the ball? They most likely have to give it to Bijan Robinson and make him run for 3,000 yards that season. So there's no way of getting Drake London the ball efficiently this season.
some good stuff, Aiden. Some great stuff. And yes, the quarterback situation in Atlanta, they're still figuring that out with Penix or Tua. So
Tua.
I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens there in Atlanta. All right.
Carlos was doing backflips when he found out Tua got traded.
Yeah. Tua gone, coach is gone, Jalen Waddle's now gone, Tyreek Hill's gone. Yeah, the Dolphins are just in a
Yeah.
rebuilding stage right now. But
And then they're trying to do what San Francisco did.
yeah,
This is the Dolphins are doing the worst rebuilds I've ever seen. They're trading away all their good players. Who's good? Devon Achane, he's going to want out next season. So what are they doing?
well, yeah, the Dolphins number one, well, probably the best player right now on their team is Devon Achane, who is the starting running back for that team. But yeah, definitely, it's a rebuilding stage in Miami. Like they're trying to find their identity, which players can take that Dolphins team to the next level, like in the future years. But I guess we'll see where the Dolphins. But um, also on the Lambo and Cash show, we did a prediction of record prediction on the Dolphins, and it wasn't a very good record from the top of my head. I think I got them 6-11. So yeah, so not a very good record for for the Dolphins. I don't expect much from the Dolphins, but I guess we'll see what happens if they can.
What are the 6 teams they're going to beat?
I don't remember from the top of my head, but
It's them,
Wait.
giving them
Wait.
6 wins. Let me pull up their schedule.
Wait, 1 second. 1 second.
What
Right?
is this?
In the draft, they still have like Caleb Downs, a bunch of good people, Reuben Bain on the board, right? Who do they go out and get? An offensive line. How does that improve their team when they're missing so many people?
All right. So, and you make a valid point, Aiden. You made a valid point. So, here's your schedule. Week 1, you're play at the Raiders. Week 2, you're at 49ers. Week 3, you're at home against the Chiefs. Week 4 at the Vikings. So your first 4 games.
You're going 1-4.
What's the one they're gonna? Who's the game they're gonna win?
Okay.
Raiders. Maybe by like 1 point.
okay. The Dolphins are gonna beat the Raiders because the Raiders, Mendoza, I know that Ashton Genty, like the Raiders, they're just, oh no, it's just the Raiders. Like the Raiders are not as great. I think the Dolphins.
I don't know. Make Dub Mendoza with
The first game of
They-
the NFL.
they got a good quarterback running back combination right there.
Wait,
But yeah, Aiden.
the Raiders also went all out on free agency. They got a bunch of people. So you never know.
Yeah,
They even went out and got one of the best centers in the league. So you never
Yeah.
know.
yeah, that's true. And I feel like the Dolphins, they do well in week 1. The Dolphins do well in week 1, whether that's on the road or at home. So I'm gonna give them one there. They're obviously gonna lose to San Francisco, Tony. I'm not gonna say that.
Carlos. We don't have time to
Yeah.
diagnose the schedule.
Yeah, I know.
I see if that maybe 3 wins.
Okay.
I don't see, and the Bengals is iffy because you don't know with them. But I don't. Bills twice, no. Patriots, no. Broncos, no. In Lambeau, in November, definitely a no. And then you're playing in New England, last game of the season. You know it's going to be poor. It's going to be cold. Dolphins don't do cold. Don't be tearing up stuff over there.
It's a remote. TV remote fell. But
So don't be getting mad because I'm telling the truth about the Dolphins.
no. And the
I'm
remote
still
is-
trying to figure out where these 6 wins, where these other 3 wins is coming from.
Okay, but we're not gonna get.
I say the Raiders and Jets,
Okay. All right. So,
and you might split. So 2 wins. You might split the Jets.
Okay. I guess.
Where's
we'll see.
the other? You must have said that before you even saw the schedule.
No. So if you guys want to check that out, you guys can check that out at the Lambo and Cash show, where me and Lambo both made our predictions on our respective teams. So you guys can check that out at the Lambo and Cash show on YouTube. All right, Aiden. So before we get into the Q&A,
Yeah, we got to get into the Q&A.
yes, we do. So, all right. So, quick thing here: College Football 27. They released their covers. So here is the cover for the regular edition. So Aiden, you know those 3 people on the cover?
Yeah.
Can you name them?
Dante Moore, Malachi Tony, and Lacey. I forgot his first name though. It's Lacey, the running back for Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm. Keywan Lacey from Ole Miss, Malachi Tony, and then obviously you got Dante Moore as the cover. So 3 rising stars in college football. They're on the cover, rightfully so, because they're on the rise in college football and they're the next stars of the NFL. So Tony, what are your thoughts on this cover? Malachi Tony, Keywan Lacey, and Dante Moore on the cover of the regular edition of College Football 27.
I'm just glad they brought college football back.
Okay.
No, you laughing. You don't know how it was back in the day when
I agree with
Uh,
you.
when you had the Madden and NCAA college football, and you used to make your dynasty mode, you used to, go through the college career, then port it over to Madden. I'm glad it's back, and I'm glad it's back.
Yeah,
So
and it's here to stay. Yeah, Tony?
no, I was gonna say no Madden curse on over here in college football 20 cover.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah. Oh,
You know the Madden curse is real
it is.
because
Yeah.
now the Bears might be going to Indiana.
Yeah, to
Oh
Northwest.
yeah. I
Yeah.
remember. I remember. Yeah.
My bad, I'm all over the place.
No, no, you're good. Yeah, to Northwest Indiana, they're making their next steps. So
Aiden say he don't want to do the Q&A anymore. He wants to just keep talking football.
okay,
Yes.
Look. See,
he does.
he said he doesn't want to do his Q&A anymore. He's like, I just want to talk football.
Okay, and then now here's the deluxe edition. A lot of people on there. You got Coach Signetti there in the front. Obviously, you got Malachi Tony there, Dante Moore.
All right. So looking at this picture, it looks like Indiana's going to repeat the national champions, and they may play.
Oregon.
It looks like they may going to play Oregon, either Oregon or Ole Miss, or Miami, right behind them.
Now I don't know about that. They lost like their key receiver and their key qu- quarterback. So, do you really think their defense is going to carry them to the Natty or
Who? Who?
um Indiana?
Oh, I was say, I know you were talking about Miami. Miami is stacked from top to
Yeah,
bottom.
Miami is stacked.
They're stacked from bottom.
Mhm.
I don't know. The next guy up. You know,
Wait, who is
the next.
Miami's quarterback?
Their quarterback is they got
Yeah.
it from Duke. They got him from Duke. I can't remember his name from the top of my head. I know I should know his name. And I cannot remember his name. My gosh, from Duke, the Duke transfer. He transferred from Duke. Was a great player at Duke. Then transferred to Miami. Darian Mensa. There you go, Darian Mensa. He's the quarterback now for Miami. A pretty good pickup for Miami. Pretty good
I'm gonna
pickup.
say you
Yeah.
got Aiden. Aiden got you shook over here. You over here you over here forgetting forgetting names and stuff. Carlos, that's not like you.
Yeah, 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 Tony. Right now, I'm focused on NBA Finals, Stanley Cup Final. College football is like the third, fourth sport right now that I'm thinking about. To be honest, with you, I'm not really thinking about college football because obviously you got Stanley Cup Final, you got NBA Finals, then you got the World Cup coming up this week. By the way, guys, the World Cup coming up this week. So college football is like in the back, even though I love college football, but you gotta leave it for some time, and then obviously when it comes back, obviously that'll be right in the forefront that I'll be focused on. So
All right, but we do got to move the show along.
okay, yes, okay. So before we move on to Q&A, Aiden, which cover is your favorite and why?
I like probably the normal version, the first version, because like it has a lot more detail and not just like a bunch of people just standing there. Like it's pretty cool. Them in their jerseys and like with the pink sky. I like that one.
All right, Tony, what about you? What is your favorite out
I'm
of the
a,
two?
I'm gonna rock with my guy Aiden. I
All
always
right.
say I always say less is more.
Yeah. Um,
You got the
uh,
fireworks. And you got the fireworks in the background. You know, the focus is right here on the players, as it should be.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um, I will agree with you guys. Yes, I'm gonna go with this one. Obviously, I love the three players. I remember when the thing first came out, the three players were Travis Hunter, Quinn Ewers, and Donovan Edwards from Michigan. So yeah, Michigan, Colorado, and Texas. And then now here it is with 27. You got Tony Lacey and Dante Moore
the
on
only
the.
the only thing I would do different is not have them have their helmets on.
Yeah. But it
Yeah.
looked kind of fire with their helmets on, though.
Okay. All right. So college football 27. I don't know if it's out, but it will be out soon for college football 27. And I heard the features on that thing. It's gonna be unlike any other. So
All
just
right,
wait until college football 27 comes out. All right.
we got to move on to your Q&A now, Aiden. I know you don't. I know you want to keep talking football. Oh, he's sad. He's like, oh. But if we don't move into
Okay.
your Q&A, we will be on this show all night.
Yeah. No.
We're not trying to beat Lambeau's record.
Yeah. So Aiden, so what inspired you to play football?
The thing that inspired me to play football is probably my dad and like my family because they helped me train and like they introduced me to football. And my dad was a diehard Patriots fan, so he loved the game of football. So I know I had to follow in his footsteps and play the game of football.
Amen. Amen. Sure. All right, Aiden. So what is your favorite thing about playing quarterback?
My favorite thing about playing quarterback is I get to take control of the game. I get to take control of the offense. I get to be a leader, right?
Mhm.
So if we lose the game, it's my fault. If we win the game, it's the team's effort. So it pushes me to want to win more and try harder. It's also one of the hardest positions to play. So I like to be challenged.
Okay.
Like
All
that.
right. For sure, Aiden. And definitely, yeah,
Remember that, Carlos. He likes to be challenged. So
challenge. Yeah, and definitely,
remember that before the show's over. He likes to get challenged. So we got a challenge for him.
yeah. So and definitely, and when you look at football, and when a team loses, the first person mostly the first person they go after besides the coach is the quarterback. So definitely the quarterback position. You get praised or you get or not praised.
Now
So
your team gets praised get um or you get in trouble.
there you go. There you go, Aiden. There you go. So what is your favorite thing about playing football?
My favorite thing about playing football is like probably it's a fun game. I get to throw. Like it's fun. Like you the thing about football though is you have to be active at all times. You don't just play one position. You could play like 5 different positions and you have to have the endurance, the speed, the strength, everything. You can't just take a play off and think you're going to go back in because there is someone behind you. So you have to be well trained and it helps your body. So that's why I like football. It helps your body in the long term, even after you're playing football.
Okay, for
I'm
sure.
gonna I'm gonna ask you a question, Carlos.
Yeah.
All right. Which interviewer spits more knowledge, Aiden or William Miller?
Well, Tony, I wasn't there during that William Miller
You
episode.
watched the episode. Come on, Carlos.
Yeah, I did, but wait, who spits more what?
Knowledge.
Knowledge?
Yeah,
Oof.
Aiden or William Miller.
That's a tough one. Because I wasn't there for the William Miller episode. I was in a tournament. I was in a tournament, but I did
Did you
watch.
watch the episode, right?
Did watch. Tony, I'm not done yet. Yes, I said I wasn't there,
You're beating around the bush.
but I did watch. He was definitely very informative, but Aiden is too. I'm gonna have to go both. I'm gonna have to go both, but they're both informative. And Aiden, you're definitely doing good so far in this Q&A, and I can't wait to see what your other answers are going to be because I love these questions I'm going to ask at the end here. It's gonna be fun. So Aiden, so what is something that you like least about playing football?
Like the can like the app the when you do conditioning and you don't get in trouble, but your other teammates get in trouble, then you have to like bear crawl and duck walk and like that type of stuff the whole field, and that hurts. So like I would rather do regular conditioning because that just burns calories and stuff and helps. But it doesn't help with actual football or conditioning. So like
Hmm?
that's what I hate about. That's what I don't like about football, not hate.
Don't like. Okay,
Yeah.
so don't like not hate. All right. And speaking about bear crawls, during my high school season, my last year, my coach for punishment would be bear crawls. So, so I haven't done the bear crawls throughout that whole season. I was fortunate enough not to do bear crawls because I'm a good citizen. I'm a good citizen. I show up on time. I work hard, and I'm a good citizen. I'm not
Did you
late.
just say you was a good citizen boy?
I'm a good citizen. I follow the rules. I'm on time. I'm not.
So you saying Aiden's teammates that make him do bear crawls, they're not good citizens?
No. Like, I'm not saying that because people make mistakes. Like, people make mistakes, and obviously you gotta pay what you did for. And obviously you gotta do a punishment for those mistakes. But I was fortunate enough not to do them.
I don't think he meant to say good citizen, Aiden.
Yeah.
I think he meant to say he was a good player and good teammate
Yeah.
and doing what he was
And
supposed to do at practice.
I guess that's
another
true.
thing I don't like about like the things that you get in trouble for is like you do 50 yards worth of bear crawls and 50 yards worth of duck walks and stuff like that, but you also have to roll on the ground, and that hurts and it itches very much. So that's also what I don't like about
So
football.
so basically, what he's saying, if his teammates are watching here on YouTube or Instagram, he's saying that he's tired of doing duck walks for you guys not handling your business at practice.
Yeah, some of them.
So he's saying stop making them do that stuff. Lock in. He said telling y'all to lock in.
I
hmm
guess so. I guess so. So Aiden, what makes you a good teammate?
What makes me a good teammate is that I have good leadership. I help the team out as much as I can. Like if someone's slow to get off the field, I would help them. If someone's hurt, um, I would help them. But if they're not trying their hardest, I would um like let's say we're doing laps and one of the linemen falls behind and starts walking. I I finish my laps, go back to his laps because he hasn't finished yet, right? And then I encourage him to run. Like don't just walk. Do as fast as you can. So yeah, that's what makes me a good teammate.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Very interesting. So Aiden, what is your training slash practice schedule like during the week?
So for this week, it's kind of different because I'm doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. But on an average week, I'm usually doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday for my practices. And for training, I usually do like one of those days off or one or two of those days off for recovery and one or two of them for extra training outside of practice.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking about time management, I remember I think Coach Tony, didn't you put out something on your story about time management on your management page or on the Be Ready Sports Podcast Instagram?
Yes, and
Yeah, yeah, I did because I did. It was a post that college coaches. I forgot which coach it was. He was speaking on the importance of time management when you get to college, which is what I which is reason why I teach it to you guys while you're young, so you get used to it. So when you get to college, it's second nature. Um, Taught you, Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if you've been paying attention.
Mm-hmm. And also you put something on there that I said that's something that I teach my athletes is time management. So oh yeah, just wanted to throw that out there because I know you mentioned it in the stories, and just wanted to follow up. Aiden, you there? Okay.
Do not disturb. You
People,
have to get to the do not disturb, Aiden.
people, they know he's live on the podcast, and they're still calling
Do
him.
not disturb. You got it?
I do wish we.
Aiden, Aiden, Aiden.
Okay.
do what you did.
I do wish we weren't. Well, on the Random Cast show, we would pause and then.
Just refresh.
But yeah, so basically on the Lambo and Cast show, guys, we would pause and then we would continue. And then also on the Lambo and Cast show, if you guys don't know, um, we edit.
We don't have that luxury of when we're live, Carlo.
Test. Oh, Aiden. Oh, here, wait, Aiden.
Yeah, I'm back. Like,
Carlos kicked you off the screen when I brought you on. Shame on
Yeah, I
you.
know. Yeah, I know. Like I try to put you on, and then yeah, I know. It's just Okay, we're on though. Okay,
I did.
okay, Aiden. So, what is your favorite route to throw?
My favorite route to throw has to be the post route. It's very easy. You can take some time, like you don't have to rush like a deep route or a bomb route, because then you have to take like a very quick 3 steps, then let it go. But for this one, you can take your time, do a little fake, and then do your 3 step drop. But sometimes it usually works on cover two and cover three because like it's very easy to get in that little zone between the safeties. And if you put your running back on the other side, the safety goes to that side on cover three and then defends that side because it's strong to that side, which leaves the post open on the back side. And for cover two, you have to split the safeties and throw it like a second after they break, which is going to be like almost wide open every time. But if they're playing man, it wouldn't be open because um they're like locked into you and not zones. But man doesn't really happen very often. It happens on like once in a while plays, like only if you're at the goal line or something. But we won't be at the goal line for a post throw. So that's why I like the post throws.
Okay, I love your answer, Aiden. Just an in-depth analysis, cover two, cover three. Man, I love that. I love that. I love that very much, Aiden. All right, Aiden. So, what are your strengths as a quarterback?
My strengths as a quarterback would probably be I could be a dual threat quarterback, right? So if there's no one open, the pocket collapses, I could roll out of the pocket and run because I could be a mobile quarterback also. But if there is someone open downfield, I could also make the play by throwing the ball. So that's what I that's my strengths at quarterback, being a dual threat quarterback.
Okay. All right. All right. So, what do you do to mentally prepare for a game?
I usually listen to like some hype music and stuff, sometimes meditate like that to get my brain ready.
Oh,
And
oh, here come the follow-up question.
All right, Aiden. So, what is your favorite type of music to listen to?
Told you, told you. No,
uh
don't get shy now, bro.
no, I'm not getting shy.
Don't
I
get shy.
usually because on Apple Music there's like this playlist. I search up game day and it puts on hype music for like a game and stuff.
Oh, like
Gotcha.
Spotify does the same thing. They have a
Mm,
Spotify does the same thing. They have a playlist for like getting you in the zone for games and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and you got your choice of genres.
okay.
Hmm.
So Spotify does the same thing.
Okay. All right. All right. So, all
So
right,
basically,
Aiden.
he just puts it on the playlist and just vibes. Is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please. All right. All right, Aiden. So, if you could play another position besides quarterback, what position would that be and why?
The position would most likely be receiver because back when I was like 6, I used to play both positions, receiver and quarterback. So I have some skill at receiver. So if I just build upon that, I could be a good receiver.
Okay. Receiver. All right.
Can-
So, who do you
Uh,
idolize your game?
do you, do you
Yeah, Tom.
you
Yeah.
said you like a challenge, right?
Yeah.
I believe there is a quarter, and you're very knowledgeable. So I'm gonna see if you can get this right. There is one quarterback that has a that it's on record that has a successful pass and completion to himself.
Lamar Jackson.
Who is that quarterback?
A pat. There's 2 quarterbacks
Okay.
that I know. Lamar Jackson passed it to himself, and so did Marcus Mariota.
Why are you looking at the side, Carlos?
And is that right? Is that right, Tony?
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look up the Lamar Jackson one, but he's right about the Marcus Mariota one.
Okay, so Marcus Mariota, right. All right. It's impressive, Aiden. Impressive stuff. Marcus Mariota, all right. Marcus Mariota.
Because I remember Lamar Jackson in a game passed it, got blocked, and then caught it, and then ran.
Hmm. Has that ever happened to you, Aiden? Or not yet?
Not yet.
All right. So, all right. So, Aiden, so would you catch it and run it? Because usually it kind of depends on the situation. Like if it gets batted down, like would you?
So
Yeah.
sorry, Carlos. So um, it's several quarterbacks that have a record. Marcus Mariota is famous because his was down.
Yeah.
His was downfield and it was in the playoffs against the Chiefs.
And he got a
Uh,
touchdown. So, like,
Brett Favre in his rookie year, his very first pass, uh, he, he caught himself. C.J. Stroud's first completion of his NFL career was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and he caught it himself. So it happened quite a few. I'm trying to look up Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying it's incorrect, but according to NFL, there's a total of nine quarterbacks that happened to.
those are the only 2 that I know off the top of my head, though.
And I think it happened to Drew Brees at one point. I think Drew Brees at one point. I think
I
that
don't
happened
think
to
so.
Brees.
I think you're thinking about, like, Eli Manning or something, or Peyton Manning.
I know because I think I remember Drew Brees in like in one of his games, like he he threw it, got batted down, and then he caught it, Drew Brees. So I don't know. Coach Tony's looking that up. So I guess Coach Tony's looking at it right now. But Aiden, so back to my point about pass game batted down. So if you were in that position, would you catch it or would you bat it down, or would it be
Oh, yeah.
dependent on the situation?
Yeah. Give me a situation and I'll answer it.
Okay,
Because
so I guess maybe first down because so when you throw it, it gets batted down because it's risky because if you catch it, you get sacked, you lose yards.
yeah,
But if you bat it down, it counts as an incomplete. It counts as an incomplete. So
yeah.
I guess yeah,
Am I outside the pocket or inside the pocket?
you're inside.
Then I would bat it down for sure. But if I was outside the pocket, I would probably run.
Okay, all right.
All right. So hopefully we don't get in trouble.
What what happened?
Hopefully we don't. I don't want to get no copyright strike from the NFL.
What do you mean?
I know Carlos like, well, then don't share it.
What do you mean by copyright? How would they be able to copyright you?
All right. So
Just
he
a
is.
video.
So he is right about Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Let me put it on the big screen. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big and wide. Yep.
So this was in the AFC Championship game.
Probably play on mute.
The emotion of the game due to the one score. 2nd and 5.
Bat it down.
So he's 100% right. Lamar Jackson caught his own pass and ran for 13 yards.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. Aiden, you were right. Lamar Jackson, Marcus Mariota. All right. All right. So that's that. And did I ask you who do you idolize your game to, or not yet?
No.
All right. So who do you idolize your game to?
There's two particular people. I admire Tom Brady with his skill set, but I idolize my game to my play style is like a Drake May because he's like a dual threat because if no one's open, he could run that ball. He showed us in the playoffs. But if someone is open, he could throw it. He's also a good deep ball passer, which I'm also a good deep ball passer, but he could pass anywhere. So can I. So like I have a lot of um similarities in my game with Drake May. But I idolize as a player Tom Brady because like of his mentorship and his mentality.
Okay. Tom Brady. All right, Aiden.
He loves his Patriots.
He does. Two Patriots players right there. So Aiden, so what is your favorite? Okay, kind of know the NFL one, but okay. So what? I'm gonna just ask the question. What is your favorite NFL or college football team and why?
The Patriots, of course, because I'm a diehard. My father was a diehard. My father made my mom a diehard, so I have to be a diehard.
So
But
he's
my favorite college football team as a school, like that I like to watch and I'm cheering for, probably Ohio State. But the school that I want to go to when I make it to college football would probably be the University of Miami because I like how they develop their quarterbacks down at Miami. But I also like Ohio State because they develop very good producing receivers in the NFL. Like 2 to 3 years ago, they had JSN, Chris Olave and Emeka Buka in the same receiver room, and they were like unstoppable. That receiver room. So I like how Ohio State develops the receivers and how Miami develops their quarterbacks.
Yeah, and rightfully so. You should say that, Aiden, because you're from South Florida, and I'm pretty sure everybody from South Florida wants to go to Miami, and Miami's doing a great job in doing that. Because back in the day, back when they were doing bad, all the top players from South Florida would go to the Ohio States, the LSU's, all those programs outside of Miami. But because Miami's doing so well, Mario Cristobal, who played for Miami, he's doing a great job with building that culture, and guys from South Florida, they want to stay home in Miami. They want to stay home in Miami and do great in Miami. And I love what Miami's doing there, even though I'm a Florida State fan, but I love what I'm seeing from Miami. Um, just recruiting those South Florida kids, because everyone knows Florida has one of the top athletes in the country, and there's no debate on that. One of the top states in the country that produces talent. So if you can win the state of Florida, you can definitely do well in the landscape of college football, especially with NIL nowadays. So Miami doing a great job, and rightfully so, Aiden. Like, you should say Miami's on your list, or Ohio State with the receivers. So good picks, Aiden. Good picks. All right. So next question: if you could play one game in any stadium in the U.S., and I say the U.S. for a reason, because I could say NFL, or it could be college football, any stadium in the U.S. What stadium would that be, and why?
It would probably be Gillette Stadium
Gillette. Okay.
because I'm a diehard Patriots fan, of course. Of
Okay.
course. And
Okay.
hopefully I could meet someone there. Wait,
Okay.
is it alone or like a pickup game with my friends, or what do you mean by like a game? An NFL game?
A game like with your team, like with your 7-on-7 team, or your like tackle
Oh,
team.
yeah,
Gillette Stadium. Okay.
what stadium?
And yes, rightfully so, because you're a Patriots fan. Now, obviously Patriots fans, they have a dream of playing in Gillette Stadium. So rightfully so. All right, Aiden. So if you could meet any sports athlete, could be a basketball player, could be a baseball player, could be a soccer player, could be any sports athlete, who would it be and why?
Of course, the GOAT, Tom Brady,
I already knew that.
because
I knew it was
Okay. Okay. All
he's
right.
the GOAT. What
Okay.
can I say?
All right. And once again, I would say rightfully so, because you're a Patriots fan. So you should, say Brady's the GOAT. You should say that. You should say it. Like people in Ohio, I won't be surprised if they say LeBron's the GOAT, because obviously LeBron played in Cleveland. And
The people in Chicago are going to say MJ's the GOAT.
exactly. Like Tony, I'm not saying like people from Ohio are going to respect LeBron over Jordan, because LeBron, he keeps muting my mic, but
You keep talking nonsense, bro.
I'm not saying he's the overall GOAT, but I'm saying I'm just saying that if you ask people in Chicago who's the GOAT, they would say Jordan. If you ask people that live in Ohio, they would say
It's not,
LeBron.
man. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna kick you off.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If
You over
you
here
ask someone,
speaking. You over here speaking blasphemy.
if you ask someone from Ohio right now and tell them who the GOAT is,
You
they
think
would
I'm
say,
playing? You think I won't kick you off here?
Tony, I'm just saying.
Don't.
Okay.
You say it. Don't say it one more time.
Okay, let's move on.
I don't care that Mama V will be mad at me. I'm gonna kick you off,
Okay,
and I'll finish the interview with Aiden by myself.
okay, let's move on. All right, Aiden. So besides football, what other sport would you like to try, and why?
Besides football, I have a lot of talents, but I would probably, like, my second talented sport is probably basketball. Because, like, on my free time sometimes, I gotta play, like, a little game of basketball. and like basketball because sometimes during the off season I might play basketball when I'm not doing 7-on-7, and yeah, that's why I choose basketball.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because with football players, football players used to play basketball. Basketball players used to play football. So Aiden, so do you think a football player right now in the NFL could play in the NBA?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, yes.
Who?
Yes.
Name one.
Drake May. He
Roy,
played in.
stop it.
Did he
Roy,
not
stop
play in
it.
like? Did he
Stop
not
it.
play? Wait, wait, wait,
I'm about
wait.
to mute you. I'm about to mute you. And stop it. Drake May is not playing in the NBA, bro. Stop it.
I
Stop
was
it.
just
Stop it.
joking. I was just
Stop it.
joking. I was just joking. I was just joking. Um, no, I don't think anyone's gonna play in the NBA
Okay. All right.
because it's a whole different sport that you have to train for your whole life. You can't just restart your life and be the best at basketball when you've spent your whole life playing football. So
Okay.
But
no,
there have been a few players that have been drafted or
I could see like
by the
some
NFL.
play, some players be like m- may be if they make the NBA, probably drop like average 7 points a game. But like I don't see anyone going off in their games that play football. I don't see anyone doing that.
Well, there was multiple athletes that had the choice of playing in the NBA and NFL. Can you name
Yeah.
three of them?
Uh, I'm thinking of baseball right now for some reason. Um,
Basketball.
I have no idea.
I know one. I know one. Probably because I know LeBron played high school football. He played high school. He played football in high
We're
school.
talking about football to basketball, though.
Oh, football. Well. Speaking about that, Drake May played high school basketball.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I
they
was saying.
Yeah.
no, they had a choice. They could have either went. These are people that legitimately had the option of going. They were NFL or NBA. They were going to get drafted by each one of the sport. We ain't talking about people that played it in high school.
I have no idea.
Okay, that's tricky.
There's quite a few athletes.
I'm blanking right now, though.
Tony Gonzalez, tight end.
Oh
He played college. He played basketball at Cal. He
no!
played football at Cal as well. He could have went NBA, NFL. He chose to go NFL, and he was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I was thinking of him, but I
Charlie
thought it
Ward
was
is
wrong.
Charlie Ward is another one. He's a Florida State guy. Come on, Carlos.
Yeah, I know. And he played in the NBA. Actually, he played in the NBA with the Knicks and played in the finals, 1991.
Yeah, he had a choice of
Let
going.
me guess, he
NBA.
lost. Did he lose?
Yeah. He lost in the finals because they didn't have a chance against the Spurs with Tim Duncan and David Robinson,
Yeah.
and they had like zero chance. And the last time the Knicks had a chance was in 1994 when they played the Rockets and lost in Game 7 of the finals. So, and then obviously the Knicks now they're up 2-0, and we'll see if they can win their first championship since 1973.
Which is not going to happen.
Whoa!
Spurs in 7.
Whoa! What?
I'm putting it right now. Spurs in 7.
Okay. All right.
All right, there's a few more. There's one more NFL player that had that chance.
Why am I blanking?
There was only three. Well, there was two Hall of Famers that actually did get drafted by both sports, but that was way before all of our time. That was in the 40s and 50s. But there's one more. Yeah, Charlie Ward and Tony Gonzalez, but there's one more.
Wait, are they retired?
Yeah, they retired.
Or what team was the last team they played for?
Carolina. It was the Carolina Panthers. He was a defensive.
Only?
He was a defensive. He was a defensive lineman.
Oh,
Lineman.
I have no idea.
His last name rhymes with food that you eat.
Budici?
Fuji?
What?
Hey, what did you say?
I said his last name is a food that you eat, and you said Budache. What the
No,
heck is that?
Oh, because
I
he
thought you
combined the
said
words. Yeah,
Budici. I was like, what?
food
A
that you.
food that I eat.
Yeah, food. His last name is a food that you eat.
Or-
Okay.
I
I'll
have no
say
idea.
Julius Peppers.
Oh,
Julius Pepper.
I have him on my. Oh wait, I have one of his cards.
He played college basketball at North Carolina.
Ooh. Mm.
The two that actually got drafted by the NFL and the NBA was Bud Grant in 1950. He was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minneapolis Lakers in 1950. The other was
Oh,
Hall of Fame NFL quarterback Otto Graham,
Ooh.
who, who played. He got drafted by the Cleveland Browns and the Rochester Royals, who ended up being the Sacramento Kings.
Okay. Okay.
I did not know that.
Well, now you know.
Interesting stuff. All right, interesting stuff. All right, Aiden. Last question of the Q and A right here. Last question of this informative, detailed Q and A. What are your favorite hobbies slash interests to do outside of football?
Podcasting.
Um, yeah, podcasting is one. Um, I sometimes play Madden, college football. Right.
Okay.
I have to. Of course, I sometimes play basketball outside of football. Uh, I work out and school.
Okay.
Well, it's not really a hobby. Yeah, that's it. Just like basketball, working out, and Madden, and college football,
Oh,
and podcasting, and podcasting.
podcasting. All right. Okie dokie. All right.
All right, that's the show, folks. Because that was a long Q&A, long sports topics.
And we can end it here if we want. I would be impressed with the show if we ended right here. I'll be so
Oh,
impressed.
yeah, we still gotta. Yeah, we almost at the. We're at a 1 hour and 48 minutes, and we haven't even done the your show and tell yet.
Right. Show and tell right now.
Hey, go like this, Aiden. Aiden, go like this. Boy, I didn't know you had some earrings in. You just got them pierced. Those are like the. Those are like
I
those
got,
beginners. Those are like the beginner studs. You just got them pierced.
I got them like 5 months ago, 4 months ago.
Oh, I just saw him going when he turned to the side. I saw the studs in there. I'm like, what? No, those are begin. Those look like the beginner studs, Carlo. Well, you ain't never got your ears pierced, but
Nope.
those are beginner studs they put in there, and you got to keep them, and you got to keep them in for a period of time so it don't close
Yeah.
when you first get them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what those look like. I was like, what? All right, so you ready for your show and tell?
Yeah. So one of my most recent. So I have 2 rings, right? One of my most recent ones is from 7-on-7. I won the Coach Mac tournament in South Florida against 11U and 10U. And then my first ever football ring was from like when I was 8 years old and I was playing flag football. It's like this little gold one.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I think so. These are my first ever like not this. These two are like my first ever medals when I was playing flag. Most of all of these are from flag football because I don't get medals from tackle. So,
Okay.
and then this was also from flag football. And then this is oh yeah, we went undefeated this season. We went 8-0 and won the Super Bowl like 20-3.
You did something that the Miami Dolphins did.
That's right, since 1972.
But I'm sorry, Aiden, I have to throw this in your face. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
You did
And
something that
then
you did something that Tom Brady didn't do.
I won game.
It was a Super Bowl though. The only game you lost was the Super Bowl.
And then these are also two medals from um flag football.
He's one of those
And
kids you can't trash talk him, Carlos, because he'll give you that look and make you regret it.
Okay.
and I also have some for like academics, but
Show him, show him, show him.
okay. I have them right here. I have two. Both of them for academics. For this one, I
You
got
got
for the
you got
white one, I got third place.
you got to
For
talk about
this
it though.
one,
But you got to talk about him though.
okay.
What's the story
For
behind it?
this one, it was for language arts. I got third place, and it was like kind of like building sentences and learning a bunch of like high school stuff for this one. And then for this one, for social studies, it was 2025 current events. And what do? We did Norse mythology and also presidents 1 through 17 for this one. And I got fourth place. And that's all my medals and stuff.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Move.
Now we can end the show here and you have a kick butt show.
Literally, right?
But we're gonna make it awesome. So I normally don't fly through the show and tell part because the stories are the best part of these.
Yeah.
But I'm going to just go right into your photos.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do, we're just going to show the photo and you just tell the story behind it, okay?
Okay.
So mom sent 5 photos in,
Yep.
mostly from your 7-on-7.
Yeah. Let's see the first one. That was my first year at tackle. I looked kind of goofy back then.
Man, then you look like you took this picture yesterday.
No, but like it was like last year.
Now, why do you say goofy? This picture does not look goofy.
It looks like I mean, it's good. Okay. So this was my first day. No, this was my first game, actually. I posed for a picture at my first game with my new team for tackle football. My first ever tackle football game.
Nice. And we know why he picked number 12.
Well, the other quarterback picked number 12 from this season, so I have to wear number 8.
Okay.
All right. So
This one, it's me posing next to the trophy that I went undefeated with. and won the championship.
And this is with your 7-on-7 team, right?
Yeah.
And who's that
Wait,
with you?
is that? Oh wait, no. That was from. It was from the one where I got this. That was the Coach Mac tournament, and that's my 7-on-7 coach. Us holding the trophy with our rings.
Give him a shout out.
Coach Jaw from Eat Speed Elite.
You gotta say shout out too.
Shout out to Coach Jaw from Eat Speed Elite.
See, you learn how to give shout outs now.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
That was at the practice fields for my first scrimmage at 7-on-7. It was my first scrimmage at 7-on-7, and we lost by 7 points at the last second.
Mm. We lost the game today by a contested corner 3-pointer. We could have went undefeated without our big guy too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, without our big guy. Okay. So this is the one I use for the advertisement because this is my
Yeah.
favorite. This is my favorite one out of all of them.
That one was from the undefeated season. That's when I went undefeated in 7-on-7, winning the championship. It's me holding the trophy, but unfortunately, I didn't get Super Bowl MVP because my friend got 2 interceptions and a touchdown. So he got Super Bowl MVP,
Uh,
and he took home the trophy.
well, congratulations to him. 2
Yeah.
interceptions and a touchdown is a great game.
Hmm.
All right, I always save the best for last, even though this is my favorite. This wasn't the best, though. Here's the best for last. And now you got to give the best story on this one.
Okay.
You ready,
This
A.
one?
Izzle? You ready, A. Izzle?
Yeah.
He's like, what are you calling me A. Izzle for?
Oh, that's my committed poster to my new team. You know I'm a 5-star. Yeah, I'm a 5-star. That's my committed.
What is wrong with these quarterbacks, Carlos?
What?
They so they s- they 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 so happy they so proud of their accomplishments that they have to let you know.
Well, hey.
He's like, I'm a 5-star. I hear that.
Yeah.
5-star. No, but this is the best for last. I saved this one for last.
Yeah, this was my committed poster to my new team. And shout out to the Boca Braves for letting me join the team.
We might have to pull up on. You see, you're a grown man now, Carlos. We want to pull up to some of his games.
Yeah, it's definitely a drive over there in Boca, but Boca is beautiful, man.
It's
I
not
was
that-
actually just in Boca over there at Lynn University because my brother had a team camp over there today and Saturday in Boca. Very nice. Obviously, FAU's there. Nice town, Palm Beach. Beautiful over there in Palm Beach. Boca too.
Yes, sir. All right, so that was the photo portion.
Yeah.
Mom knew the show was going to be 30 hours long, so she only sent 5 photos.
Right.
Is
She
mom
knew.
is mom falling asleep over there?
No. She's just sitting here.
She's ready for this interview to be over.
Yeah. She's like, it's been 2 hours.
I told you, see, Mom, we've been doing this for so long. We already know. You can't hide it from us, Mom. We already know. Mama V is probably saying the same thing.
Nah, she's alright. She's alright.
All right, you ready to see your videos?
Yeah.
This is Carlos's first time seeing them, so his reactions are going to be genuine.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so these are clips from your 7-on-7. So Carlos is going to see you making some great throws, and we're going to see if if you throw better dots than his co-host Lambo.
Okay. Let's see.
Are you ready, Carlos?
It's been a while since I saw Lambo's highlights, but Lambo's doing his thing.
He posts it every day. Never mind. Here's the first one. This is 11 seconds. You're going to see the dot that Aiden just threw on this one.
That
My
was my
apologies.
second. That was my second touchdown of the game and our second touchdown of the season. Right when the clock was winding down for halftime, there was like 1 second on the clock for halftime, and then we scored with
Now,
0 time remaining.
wasn't that a dot, Carlos?
That was.
It looked like Tom Brady.
I know.
Oh, here we go. Well, it was a great show, guys. Great show. All right, here's the next one. This is about 7 seconds long. Let's. Here we go.
Oh yeah. That was like probably one of the best plays of that game. And then we went up 7-0 with like no time remaining at that game, and we won. Our first game without forfeit. That was our first game without forfeit.
He said his first game without a forfeit, Carlos. What the heck's going on over there?
Yeah, because you know the first clip, that was the game. We went up 13-0 because of me. And we got rained out, and then the other team forfeited because we had so many postpones. We had like 5 postpones for that game,
Mm.
and then they just got mad and then forfeited.
That's Florida for you. All right, you ready for the next one?
Yep.
That's about 18 seconds. Let's see if you can get
Oh,
Carlos.
I think I know which one it is.
You
I
think
it's
so?
going
Huh?
to be my first touchdown. I think I'm going to be rolling out the pocket. With the contact, I'm going to throw a touchdoon.
Oh, you think it's that one? He thinks he knows what it is, Carlos.
I think.
I know. And my screen right now is full screen right now, so I'm just waiting.
All right, here we go.
Oh, nope. Never mind. Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, wait. I thought it was only tackle. I thought. Oh, never mind.
Now, I told you it was 7-on-7.
You said only 7-on-7. Then I saw tackle. I was like, oh, yeah, that was the game where we versed Blur, which was 11U. But somehow the ref said we tied when we got an interception at the last second. It was 9-11. An interception counts as 3 points. We caught it. Doesn't that make 12-11, right? And they said there was a miss air, and then we tied. But then we got spanked in the championship 28-8 by them.
What?
And that was one of the touchdowns in the first game.
All right.
is because the defense like couldn't stop Blur's offense. So then they won.
That's no bueno. All right, let me fix this Instagram live again. Yeah, if I do this twice during an episode, that means this show has been going on long,
Hmm.
and it's 100% Carlos's fault.
No. No. And Instagram's been like that. As of late, oh no, we've not been having the best luck with Instagram. Okay.
No, it wasn't like this. Somebody went in there and adjusted my settings, and I don't know how to fix it.
I don't know who.
Somebody went on there because I had it where it didn't do this.
I don't know, but hey, we're back though. So
But somebody went in there and messed up my settings. Right? We ain't gonna say no names, Carlos.
yeah, we're back though. We're back though.
All right, the next one's 13 seconds. Let's see this dot that you threw on this one.
Yeah, I remember that one. We didn't even need that because we were already up like 35-0, but they blitzed, so I just juked him, and then I threw the ball deep because he was wide open and it was a touchdown. And then we won like 40-0.
All right, so Carlos, we're about halfway through. So what do you think? Who throws the better dot so far, Aiden or Lambo?
I haven't been watching Lambo a lot. I know I've been watching his Instagram, but like I'm not following it every time. Like I'm not watching his clips and thoroughly watching them. But Lambo can throw the ball. But Aiden, that last clip, got him there. You got him there, and then obviously wide open downfield.
Yeah.
It's just textbook.
Knowing Lambo, he's going to send me a strongly worded message when he sees this. He's like, Coach T, come on, bro. You know who I am. No. All right, here goes the next one. This the other one that's 18 seconds. This might be the one you were thinking about.
Is it tack?
Yeah, even mom was shocked. She was like, "Well, dang." Okay, Aiden, I gotta ask you, how was he so wide open?
I have no idea. Like, actually, I don't know if the DB fell. I have no idea. I think because it's 7-on-7, they think the play's over at 3 seconds, and then they leave that corner wide open. That always happens. But I got lucky, and the ref didn't call a dead play. Call it a dead play because when that happens, they usually call it a dead play because I let the ball go at 4 seconds, which you only have a maximum amount of 4 seconds to throw the ball. But I got lucky on that play, so I guess
All right, good job,
it
though.
happened.
Good job, A Izzle. All right, here gonna. All right,
Right.
next one. This one's about 9 seconds. Let's get it.
That wasn't that good of a throw. It was mostly the receiver. He helped me. So like I wouldn't credit myself that much because he helped me.
All right, humble guy.
Okay.
I know.
All right, his next one's about 8 seconds. Here we go.
victories.
That's the post route that I was talking about. It's always open.
There's the route.
And who did that receiver look like snagging that ball like that?
Megatron. Chris Johnson.
Is it Megatron? Oh, he says Megatron. I was thinking about a guy that used to run those post routes for Tom Brady for a long time.
Who?
It was
Julian Edelman?
No, before.
Danny Amendola? Rob Gronkowski?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Dion.
Randy Moss?
No.
Deion Sanders?
No.
Who? Oh, Deion Branch.
Dion Branch.
Oh, I was like, what?
I thought you were going to get it when I said Dion. He was way off, bro.
Sanders, I'm like, whoa.
I was like,
went-
what?
I said Dion. He went to
Deion
Ranch.
S. You said
He went-
Deion S. I was like, what?
I don't remember seeing
He's
that.
also 5'6", that receiver. At
Your
10
receiver?
years old. Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about your receiver. I'm going to say Dion Branch was not 5'6".
5'6"
He was
receiver.
like 5. He was like 5'10". Deion Branch was like 5'10", 6 foot.
All right, we got 3 left. These are all
3?
7 on 7. Yeah.
Uh,
This next one's 15 seconds. Can you guess which one it is?
no, I have no foggy idea.
All right. There we go.
That one, the good old post route behind the safeties in cover 0. Wait, I don't even think they're. Oh wait, no, it was cover 1 that time. He just burns the receiver.
That
And
was
the what's it called? The safety bit. So
When I was a good throw, and you had everybody fooled because we thought you was throwing it to the inside receiver,
the dig.
and
Yeah, I thought I was throwing to the dig at first, but
nope, fooled us all. All right, this next one's 11 seconds. It's also 7 on 7. Can you guess which one this is?
no.
Oh, he doesn't want to try. All right, here we go.
Oh. Oh, I know that one. It was my first touchdown in the Coach Max 7 on 7 where I won this. It was my first touchdown in that tournament that day. I remember it was a little it was either a cross route or like I'm blanking. What was it called? A corner. A corner. Yeah, a corner. It was either a cross or a corner. I forgot.
It may have been no. It looked like it was coming across the field. So
Must have been a deep cross.
all right, you got one more left. This one's 12 seconds. It's a 7 on 7 clip. And Carlos knows I always save the best for last. So do you think you can guess which one of these throws is this one?
No.
Oh, you're not even gonna try, Mr. Patriot?
No.
All right.
Because there's so many good plays. And she probably put the worst one. I was just joking.
I'm gonna say, don't be doing your mom. Don't be playing your mom like that.
I could never.
I have not seen one parent put a video on here on the podcast for the purpose of embarrassing their child. Not saying there's some. I'm not saying there's not parents out there that would do that, but we haven't had one yet.
Okay, let's see. That was my second touchdown of the Coach Mac tournament where I won this. That was that was my second one.
See, I told you. I always save the best for last.
I really wish he put in my first ever tackle touchdown, but you didn't.
I did. I gave it to him when he came on.
Okay.
Did I forget one?
My mom says it was the one that I was thinking about. It's tackle.
It's one of the videos, maybe you didn't get it.
She said maybe you didn't get it.
Oh, these are the ones I uploaded from the email.
Okay.
A couple of them, few of them were duplicates. So I don't know. Maybe it didn't come. Maybe it didn't go through, or I need to check the. Well, it's too late now.
Yeah.
But if
It's
I
fine.
find it, I'll show it.
Okay.
So, all right. So now we're in Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
Who throws the better dots, Aiden or Lambo?
Oh my god, that's tough. I'm not gonna make that decision, but both of them do throw some good dots though. Aiden, you throw some good dots out there, and I always see that receiver a lot. Like I think that receiver was in most of these clips. Like, and is that your go-to receiver right there?
I usually spread the ball around.
Hmm.
Like, I have a lot of touchdowns with each receiver. Those last two, I throw to him a lot. Sometimes he doesn't score. I also throw to my running back a lot. He usually is the one to score.
All right. Yeah, because you throw it like uh in the right frames, like with the like lengthy receivers, like you throw it where he can catch it, like
Yeah.
right where it belongs. Like, and I think there was one clip right there where the receiver just snagged it in a place where he can only get it. So
Yeah,
it,
my tall receiver where he went like this.
oh yeah, yeah, and you know where to throw the ball, like whether it's a lengthy receiver, like you know where the receiver like to put it in a place where the receiver can catch it, and if you throw it into right windows, you really do.
Yeah.
All right. So Aiden, we did a great sports topics. We did your Q&A. We did your show and tell. What is there left to do?
The outro?
Yeah, the outro was right, but I know Mom's going to kill me. But you said earlier in the show that you love a challenge.
Oh, yes. A challenge?
So Carlos put 6 minutes on the clock. You know where we're going with this.
I'm literally right here. Yeah, I was literally working on that while Tony was building up the hype. All right, let me see. There you
You
go.
have 6 minutes to name all 32 NFL football teams.
Oh, my God. I could do that.
You
I
said
could
you
do
want.
that.
Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I had to do it. He said he loved the challenge.
All right, let's go.
Ready?
I know you. I know
On
Mom's
you.
ready for. I know Mom's ready for this show to be.
Hold up.
Mom's like, I didn't sign up for this. But it's Aiden's fault, Mom. If he wasn't so good, the show would have been over an hour ago. But Aiden's too good.
Mm,
Agreed.
right there. All right.
You.
All right, so Carlos is going to count down, but you can't go too fast because he has to type them in for you.
Yeah.
Ready?
3,
3,
2,
1,
2.
go.
Okay, so first we're gonna go Bengals, then Ravens, then trying to go Browns. Who else? Steelers.
Okay, that's all good.
Let's go Patriots. Dolphins. Jets.
Jets. All right.
Bills. Chiefs. Let's go Broncos. Raiders. Chargers. Let's see. Colts. Texans. Jaguars. Okay. Let's go to the NFC. Green Bay Packers. Vikings. Chicago Bears. Let's see. The Lions. Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco.
Niners.
Let's go. Ooh, I'm gonna go Atlanta.
Falcons.
Saints. Wait, did I already say Lions?
Yeah.
Let's. What divisions am I missing?
You have the East, then you got 2 teams from the South, 2 teams from the West, and then 2 teams from the AFC South. Or 1 team. from the AFC South.
South.
Yeah.
South. Can you give me a hint? Give me a hint on the South. What does it start with?
So for the AFC South, okay. Cam Ward is their quarterback.
Oh, Titans.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, I was blanking on that one. Let's go Arizona Cardinals.
Fine, can I spell Titans?
Oh,
LA
Carlos
Rams.
messing up his time.
Okay, he said Cardinals, I heard.
LA Rams.
Rams.
Let's go Saints.
You got him.
Falcons.
You got him.
Panthers.
Panthers, okay.
How many teams do I need left?
A lot. Nah,
Actually,
5. Please
I'm
don't
missing-
say that. Please don't say that actually stuff. My players do that all the time and it drives me nuts.
Giants. Eagles.
G man.
Commanders.
Okay.
After the Commanders.
You got 2 minutes to name. You got 2 minutes to name 2 teams.
Plenty of time.
2 teams.
Plenty of time.
Yep.
Wait, which ones do I need?
I can't tell you.
1 from the NFC East.
Oh, yeah.
And then NFC South.
No, he tried to get us.
No.
He slipped. He was like, "Which 2 teams on?" He was like, "Which 2 do I need?"
No.
And they were like, "Okay, yeah, you need this team and this team." I'm like, "Oh yeah, thank you."
Yo, no. I forgot. Going
Oh,
to reach.
Come on, these are so obvious.
Okay.
What do each of them start with?
Okay.
A letter.
Yeah. Yo. What does the South one? NFC South.
I actually don't know the other
You
one, the NFC South, but I know the NFC East though.
they're in Florida.
Oh, Tampa Bay.
Yep, what it is. Yep.
I need one more. Who is in
I
that
can't believe you
division?
haven't. I can't believe you haven't announced this team yet, bro. I can't believe this.
Yo. Who's their best player of all time on
America's
that
team.
team?
America's team.
Oh, Dallas.
There you go.
Dallas Cowboys.
How
I
you forget?
forgot.
How you forget? Well, I don't blame you for getting the Cowboys. They suck.
30
Yeah.
seconds.
I was like, what?
You did it with 37 seconds to spare.
Let's go. I
All right.
forgot about the Dallas Cowboy. Dallas Cowgirls. Girls.
Oh,
Dallas Cowgirls.
wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. All right. Carlos is going to come get you.
Wait, what? Why?
That's your dad's team.
Well, he wasn't a diehard to them. Like he just liked them. Just
No,
like
he was a realist. He was a realist Cowboys fan.
no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was. He didn't walk around here talking about the Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl every year.
No, he never did that. No, he never did.
So he was a realist Cowboys fan.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
He doesn't understand what the word. He doesn't understand what realist means, Aiden.
I know.
He just liked them just to like them.
All right. So great show. All right. Before we let you go, Aiden, there's two questions that we ask all our guests. All right. Even though he has that quarterback vibe, he got the bling on.
He
I
does.
know.
All right. So we know that number 12 is your number. All right. So what's
Yeah.
the story behind it?
Well, I don't really have a story behind number 12. Like on my first year of tackle, I didn't have number 8 available, which was my go-to number. So my mom picked number 12 for Tom Brady. But there's a story behind number 8, which I'm currently wearing on my new team,
Okay.
which is that, like, at first I thought of Lamar Jackson because, like, who knows when, like, 3 years ago, he used to be, like, one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch. And, like, I liked how his play style was because my play style in flag football, I love to run. So I used to have the play style of Lamar Jackson and it just stayed with me. So both of those are my go-to numbers, but I have only one number that has a story behind it, which is number 8.
All right. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Okay.
All right. Our last question that we ask is: besides your cleats, your
Yeah.
football uniform, your pads, and your helmet, when you travel into a football tournament, what are your top 3 must-haves that you have to pack in your bag?
Uh, wait, how long is like the trip?
He's
Like
the
how
first
far
one.
is it?
He's the first one to ever ask that.
He did. Yes.
It
Well,
depends. How far is it? Like
You go
40 minutes away?
you're going on a road trip to Tampa.
Oh, I need my phone. I need my essentials. Like my toothbrush and stuff is going to be like overnight. We know that.
Yeah.
And, well, a first aid kit.
Okay.
Just
You
in
said a
case I
first
get
aid
hurt.
kit.
Okay. That's
Just in case I get hurt.
okay.
Oh my bad. I've been neglecting the Instagram chat. JJ Rivera, who we haven't seen in a while, said what's up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so now we're at the in part of the show where we're gonna wrap this show up. So before I let you go, give your final shout outs for your episode and tell everybody how they can follow you.
Our final shot. What do you mean by that? Like my username? Like for Instagram?
No, two things. Your shout outs. And who anybody you want to shout out before you go, and how do they follow
Yeah.
you on your
I,
socials?
my mom, Mickey Gilbert or Mickey G.
Did you really just put your mom's name on?
I
Tell the
know.
world your mom's name.
I know. I know.
So, coach, if Aiden doesn't make it to practice tomorrow, that's because mom killed him for putting her business out there on the street like that.
She told me, well, she likes to have a lot of people in her business.
That's not true.
I have not met a mom that likes everybody in their business. All right, so how can everyone follow you so they can follow your journey? What
um,
is your socials?
just my socials where I post the most would be Aiden underscore Mason Unleashed,
Underscore.
which is me and my brother's account. But if you follow there, you can stay tuned to me and to the latest workouts and like football and about me.
And his podcast lives that he do.
Yeah, and my podcasts during the season.
All right, so remember we're gonna do the wrap up. I know you've been on here for 3 hours, but we're gonna do the wrap up. So stay, don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
Carlos, count us out.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
All right, y'all. To be ready.
you have to stay ready.
All right, we'll be back next Friday. We'll be back on here next Friday, y'all. And we out.